Bring It Ronin, Tales of the Samurai, Johnny. I feel like this one's gonna be long. Johnny. It's pretty good. Okay. I miss the fucker. I do. I really do. I really do. Honestly, I truly do. Johnny is real. Johnny is real. I met Johnny in Rock. When I was in Rock, he was in Soda. We're ally clans. That was so long ago, too. Became friends with Johnny following Rock. I joined Soda. Me and Johnny played Uncharted. Me and Johnny played Last of Us. Me and Johnny played Battlefront. Me and Johnny played Rogue Company. Me and Johnny played Blackout. Man, Johnny. Oh, man. Burn. Johnny was a friend. I really care about Johnny. Johnny is someone that I would, if he ever came to me, I would play with him no matter what. I'd help him no matter what. I'd be his friend no matter what. I would never deliberately attack him or hurt him in any way on or off the game. I've never had a bad experience with Johnny. Even if I did, it wasn't even that serious. What we did in Burn, like I said in the Jess one, you know, Johnny, man on Jupiter, man. I trained him to snipe on Uncharted, man. I taught him part of the misfit technique. Me and Johnny were the double team snipers in Uncharted, man. We killed it, man. You know, Johnny on Last of Us. Johnny was really good on Last of Us, man. At the time when I watched Johnny in 2019 and 2020 and 2021 on SharePlay, Johnny, what to me was the best Last of Us player in the dying era. In the era where it was dying and fading away into obscurity, Johnny was the best Last of Us player on the game. Hands down, right? There wasn't any best Last of Us player in my eyes than Johnny. You can fight me to that. I put my money on Johnny. Johnny was great at Rogue Company. I trained Johnny to be a good sniper on Uncharted. Johnny was all around any game the motherfucker touched. Overwatch, anything. Rainbow Six, like me and Johnny used to do party chats like me and Jess. There's nothing I loved more than to playing with Johnny on Last of Us, playing with Johnny on Uncharted, playing with Johnny on Rogue Company, playing with Johnny on Battlefront. Like, we were Team Fury. Me and him, our duo name was Team Fury. We brought the Fury. I'm real proud of Team Fury. I loved doing party chats with Johnny, staying up late, watching him play Last of Us, always yelling at the randoms. Random! Always yelling at the randoms. Johnny killed it, man. Johnny was the best squads fill player I've ever seen. Anyone that played with randoms and not a team, Johnny was the best at it. He was. Johnny, man. I had a lot of good memories with Johnny. Johnny was a huge part of my gaming run, especially as Doctor Who. Especially the early years of my series. Johnny was a real one. Johnny was miserable because of Jess. Whatever Jess did, even if Jess did it, I don't know. I don't have answers on that. I touched that subject in the Jess installment of Bring It Ronin, Tales of the Samurai, the Jess one. I don't have answers what him and happened to Jess. I don't know what really happened with him and Jess, but it drove him off the game. Like, he wanted out. He wanted to disappear. He wanted to go buy a Switch and go have a fresh start on the Switch, which eventually, when I lost everything, that's what I did. I took his idea. I took his idea for a fresh start, and I went on the Switch. And it worked. It was a good idea. Props to him. It got me through those 19 months. But Johnny was a great player. He was a good friend. He was a good duo partner. He was real. I would always have Johnny's back. In the end, Johnny saw me as the villain. He saw how bad it was. It killed me. If I had a conscience during that villain run, it would be of what Johnny thinks of me. Because whatever happened with him and Jess, he not only was whatever happened between him and Jess, but on top of that, whatever happened with him and Jess, he also had what happened to me, becoming that villain. And it was hard. You go back and look at those videos, man. I keep them up because they're a part of history. It's a reminder. They're hard to watch. For me to look back on them, they're hard to watch. I can only imagine what everyone thought of it. Or, you know, the worst part is Johnny. Johnny was there while it happened. So I knew it hurt him, seeing me become that, seeing that I enjoyed it. Looking back on it, I never got to really say goodbye to him. Like, he said goodbye. He said he was disappearing and that he'd be back, and he never came back. He just deactivated his Facebook, quit PlayStation, and never signed in again. He never came back. I never heard from him again. There's one instance where I promoted his name while I was streaming during that 19 months I was on hiatus doing the reboot on Xbox. He commented, he whispered me on Twitch. He pretended like it wasn't him, but I knew it was him because of his profile picture. Because he reacted to me talking about Johnny. I knew it was him. That was the only interaction I had with Johnny. And that's all he was doing. He was asking if I was talking shit, and I wasn't talking shit. I was just telling him I missed him. But Johnny never came back, and I'll probably never have answers when it comes to Johnny. He's another name that I wish I could have helped. I wish I could have changed. Maybe he would have stayed around. You know, I never really got to say goodbye to him or tell him how much I appreciated him. Whatever happened with him and Jess turned into what happened to me. And then he just quit for a fresh start, and wherever he is, I hope he's happy. I really do. I hope he found the peace that he wanted. Because I know there wasn't anything left for him there. But Johnny, in conclusion, was a good friend. He was a good duo partner. Team Fury. I always respect Johnny. I'd always have Johnny's back. And I have not a bad word to say about him. I appreciate what he's done for me and my entire history. So yeah. The legacy of Johnny is the power of friendship, respect, honor, and trust.